So I've been using the Omnipod for a month now, and I gotta say, I get it. I get why everyone loves it so much. In the past, whenever I've ran into anyone who has diabetes, like out in public or like playing pickup basketball or whatever, if they're wearing like a Dexcom on their arm or something, I know that they're diabetic. I'll always go say hi, I'll ask them what they're using, how long they've been diabetic, and it's actually pretty rare that I meet someone who uses Omnipod, but the few times that I've met people who have used Omnipod, they're just crazy about it. And every time it's someone who's come from traditional pump therapy, whether that's Tandem, Medtronic, Accu-Check, whatever, and they're just like, it's so much better. And me using my Tandem or my Medtronic, I'm thinking, I don't get it. I don't get how it could be that much better. But that's because I've never lived life without tubes, and now that I've lived that life, I get how big of a difference it makes. So I already made a video about my decision on why to switch to Omnipod, and if you haven't seen that yet, I'll put a link here. But since I've switched, there are just a couple more things that I didn't realize that I'd like, that I've fallen in love with. So first thing is the box that it comes in. It just comes in this. This is a pack of 5. And so to give you some context, I like to have extra infusion sets at the office. And whenever I would bring Tandem supplies, I would to bring like a long, wide box of infusion sets, a long, wide box of reservoirs and syringes. And this is just so much easier. You just grab it and it's got everything that you need. And inside, it has everything that you need to make it happen. So in the past, whenever I was planning on meeting my wife at her parents' house for dinner or whatever, and I was coming from my second job where I can't keep insulin, I can't keep extra insulin supplies, I'd be like, hey, I can meet you right out at your parents' house, but I need you to bring me an extra infusion set. I don't have enough insulin for dinner, right? So in the past, she's had to take the spaceship infusion set, and she's had to do a cartridge, and she's had to do a syringe, and she had to do the needle. She had to grab 4 things, and it was stressful for her because you forget one thing and it doesn't work. And she had to grab insulin, of course. Now she can just grab 1 or 2 of these guys, probably 2, so I have an extra one, and some insulin, and I'm good to go. And number 2 is the flexibility, and this is the reason that everybody gives why they love Omnipod. So I'm not going to dive too deep into this, but in my own personal experience, so I've worked at my local Regal movie theater for about 10 years now, and it doesn't matter if I'm wearing a polo as floor staff or a suit as management, my shirt just could never stay tucked in. And it's because I was running that cord down the side, and so I had to leave a little bit untucked, and then it would just expand it. And eventually, my whole shirt would be untucked, and I'd have to retuck it in so often. That Saturday, the last Saturday that I just worked, it was the first time in a decade that I have just been able to have my shirt stay tucked in the whole time. And this is an even bigger deal for women. I mean, Michelle Lord, one of the biggest diabetic YouTube channels, she's done entire segments on, where to keep your pump when you're wearing this kind of outfit and how to run the tubes and stuff. You don't need to worry about that with the Omnipod. And then number 3 is it's just working for me. In the past I've talked about how the T-Slim, I had infusion sets fail early. That effect is known as tunneling, when you have insulin leaking out the side and you can kind of feel it, and if you touch your finger to it, you can smell it, and it's insulin. So you're not getting insulin, and it always seems to happen at the worst time. It's right as you're eating a donut or something, That, thankfully, just has not been an issue with the Omnipod. It was on that very first set that I had on my arm in that first video. That one did go bad. It did tunnel after 2 days. But I kind of got knocked loose during a basketball game, and I kind of learned that I can't have it on my arm if I'm going to be so active. But, as long as it's on my stomach, as long as it's on my leg, it's been good. I haven't had a single one tunnel. I've learned online that if you kind of just grab some of the fat where you're going to stick it and then kind of push down on the side that it's going to be inserted on, it just helps it get deeper. And since I've been doing that, I have had 0 issues. Everyone's lasted 3+ days. It's been great, and also there's no tubes to worry about kinking or clogging or anything. It's been good. Just about the only thing that I don't like about it, and I can't even fault them for this, is that it is bigger than an infusion set. And so, like, you know, if it's on my leg and, you know, I'm falling down, diving for a rebound or something, there is that much more surface area that's gonna get hit and hurt. But that compromise is so worth it to not have the tubes or anything like that. And, you know, like I mentioned in my first video, I also didn't like that you had to carry the PDM, and I don't. I figured a way around that. Android APS, I'm running it. I got a video coming out on that soon. There are certain objectives that you have to meet on that. I'm on objective 8 out of 10, but I'm essentially on a full closed loop right now, and it's been awesome. And let me just share just a quick screenshot, quick sneak peek of what that looks like. So yeah, this is just my normal phone. It's not a PDM. It's just running Android. It's OxygenOS 11 based on Android 11. Nothing crazy. Well, yeah, I mean, you got the app. You, if you want to give yourself some insulin, just boom, you know, handshake, and then you hear that little beep, and that's the pod saying, hey, yeah, bolus was initiated, and then a bolus was canceled. You got a calculator, and then right here it is looping with the Dexcom, and you see it's kind of adjusted my basal rate. Normally it would be 1 unit an hour. It's gone up just because I'm a little bit high right now. But yes, super cool. I'll have a whole video coming down on that shortly. I don't feel like it's fine-tuned enough, and I don't think I've had enough time for it in full loop to fully discuss it, but that video should be coming soon, so if that's exciting to you, make sure that you're subscribed. And even if you're not excited by that and just love diabetes tech and just talking about it, just subscribe too. And also here's just a quick screenshot of that first Saturday that I worked, and you know, a little context here. Those Saturdays, my diet is absolute garbage. You know, I'm working at a movie theater. I'm drinking soda, which I know I shouldn't do. I'm eating candy. I'm eating popcorn. It's by far like the worst that I eat out of the week. But as you can see, my blood sugar was incredible. I am running low a little bit more than I'd like. I'm sure that's just a setting I need to adjust. But yeah, I'll get that video up soon. So make sure that you guys subscribe, like. Got any other videos I can do, any ideas, comment those down below. If you have any questions, comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one.